Hey guys! We're back with another Taycan video! In this video, I'm going to do my best and share and describe to you guys the handling characteristics of my Taycan, and I finally understand why it's basically a universally praised sports EV. I decided that we should take the Taycan to Angeles Crest Highway. Hey, maybe we'll even see some snow in Southern California. Who knows? But the real reason is because I recently got my Taycan back from service. It's been at the dealership for about a month due to some minor part issues. I've been driving the Macan T and Cayenne Coupe donors. In the meantime, you could check out my other Porsche videos on my channel of those cars. I've had some serious withdrawals from not having my Taycan to drive, so we couldn't wait to carve up Angeles Crest Highway, probably one of the best driving roads in the US. We took the Taycan out on an early Sunday morning since there would be the least amount of cars and clear visibility from the bright daylight. There are quite a few reasons why we chose to purchase the rear-wheel drive Taycan rather than any other models. The rear-wheel drive is the lightest variant of all Taycans and in theory should actually make it the best driving version. Especially when you have less weight over the front axle from not having a motor there, combined with its unbelievably low center of gravity along with Porsche's legendary suspension tuning know-how, the car's turn-in is absolutely phenomenal. Secondly, rear-wheel drive and low center of gravity, Porsche sports car is just more fun as you can feel the car's inertia and rotation as you increase the throttle input in corners. This is something that all-wheel drive cars can't provide. Understeer from turning in corner entries are nearly non-existent. The only way you're getting understeer is if you turn the wheel way too quickly at an unreasonable speed for corner entry. You get the sense when you turn in that there's no mass and physics fighting you, like you do in most cars that have its engine at the front. The car will point exactly where you steer it. I've owned this car for more than half a year now, and it's not until I took it to the canyon carving this time that I could truly comprehend and appreciate the handling characteristics, balance, and capabilities of the Taycan. I'm really happy and lucky to say that this is my daily commuter. It's sort of a sweet spot if you're shopping between a fun sports sedan and a commuter car. The Taycan is almost like a 911 with 4 doors that's electrically powered. Its amazing handling characteristics are nothing short of sports car-like. The agility, how much it could be tossed around, and the low center of gravity makes the Taycan drive more similar to a 911 than a Panamera. A lot of people would say the Panamera drives well, and that's true, but the Taycan's handling and nimbleness is on another level. The Panamera would be described as having amazing handling characteristics as a full-size sedan. The Taycan drives like a sports car compared to sports cars. The amount of space in front for both passengers is extremely generous from basically all dimensions, whether it is headroom, shoulder room, legroom. You get amazing and comfort from a large sedan while retaining the incredible sports car feel of a 911. It's also the only EV on the market that has a 2-speed transmission currently. While pretty much all EVs give you a strong acceleration from a standstill, but as speed increases, the acceleration feels weaker and weaker. When you accelerate in a Tesla at highway speeds, doesn't matter what model it is, short of a Plaid, I promise you, the acceleration is a bit underwhelming, especially when you consider their 0 to 60 times. The Taycan with its 2-speed transmission gives you the sense that the acceleration never tapers off, especially when you use launch control, which tells the car to give you maximum power for the entire duration of the launch until you let go of the throttle. Almost any manufacturer can make a sports car, but only Porsches can make cars that not only drive like a sports car, but also retain great comfort and practicality. All Taycans in the US come standard with PASM, Porsche Active suspension management with 3 different modes to choose from: Normal, Sport, and Sport Plus. In normal mode, the car's ride comfort is extremely comfortable, but controlled. During corners, you can feel the car leaning a little bit, but it's a natural kind of lean that you would expect from turning a car. The suspension is never floaty like a Lexus, but any bumps and imperfections on the road never gives you any sharp impact or large impact. The suspension simply removes all the shock from the initial impact without any secondary motion. It's easy to make a soft suspension that absorbs bumps and road impacts, but the trade-off is the car bounces up and down for a second or two afterwards, which feels floaty and gives up control before the car regains its composure from the impact. All Porsche suspensions deal with bumps and impact with no secondary motion. There's one impact and that's it. The car immediately regains its composure regardless of the size of the bump. Normally that would mean the suspension is going to be very stiff in order to do that, but Porsche suspension tuning magic means the impact is never even remotely uncomfortable unless you're talking about a track edition such as a GT3. In sport mode, the suspension firms up and cornering is flatter, but not completely flat. The suspension is still compliant. You can completely stay in sport suspension as your normal suspension setting, and you will not feel like the car is even remotely punishing. Even over rough pavement, the suspension is not so stiff that it's jittery. Sport Plus mode is when the suspension does not get formed to the point where you wouldn't want to make it your default setting. The suspension is still reasonably compliant, large impacts are not painful, but over uneven pavements you still feel a little bit of jitteriness. But the trade-off is that in corners, the car is nearly flat and you almost feel like during corners, the side of the suspension you're leaning on, it's almost like it's pushing you to prop back up to keep you from leaning and keeping the car flat. I cannot describe to you the joy of cornering in Sport Plus mode in the Taycan on the Angeles Crest Highway, especially over a corner with camber. It's almost like a roller coaster ride. You can feel so much G as you're compressed into the corner. Alright, that's it for now. Enjoy the video and don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos!